Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today's video we will be reviewing Twisters. Yes, I said we, because I hope my wife joins in because she watched it with me. So this is basically, I would say almost it felt like a retelling of the first Twisters.
Yeah.
Because your characters in this feel exactly like the ones from the first one, but kind of switched, flipped. And this one definitely focused more though on giving you deaths compared to the first one, because there wasn't many people that died in the first one. This one you do get a good amount of, at least a higher amount of people. But with that being said, I don't feel like the movie. I feel like the actual Twister scenes in this film didn't feel as dynamic and intriguing as in the first movie.
The first one kept you on the edge of your seat more.
Yeah, this one, it was meant to be more of like a action, just straight out action, fun kind of a film, as to where Twister was more of a edge of your seat thriller.
Both, I still thought it was good though.
Yeah, I think this movie.
I would watch it again. I mean, Twister is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I wasn't expecting that one to be better, but I still liked it. But maybe not as much as I was hoping for. What really irritated me though, let's talk about this. What really irritated me.
She's irritated.
Was the fact that they didn't put like in remembrance of Bill Paxton. Okay.
Or like at the end of it or something?
Yeah, I would have loved for them to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I could sort of see, like, maybe they could have done something for, like, him and, shoot.
That was one of his best
What's his
roles.
face that played Dusty that passed away?
Yeah.
I could definitely see them probably should have doing that at the end just in honor of them. But at the same time, it's also, like we said, it's not necessarily a sequel. It's more of like a soft reboot or something, you know.
Are we doing, like, spoilers?
Oh, yeah, by the time I put this out, it's
so,
going to be a while.
There was a part of me where, what's her name, Helen Hunt, where I thought they were going to bring her in as the main girl's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Or have, like, a picture of maybe her, Bill, and her together or something, like when she's in the bar. None of that happened. And I was so upset by that because I was hoping they would tie it in.
Yeah. I think, though, if they would have tied it in, it would have felt more like, why are we doing this again? Like,
no.
I feel like that people would have been like,
Well,
if you're going to make a sequel, why make it almost feel the same as the first Twister?
It was different
with the
enough.
People, with characters.
I think it was different enough with the route they were going.
Yeah, I just think the characters is what kind of would have thrown
like
it off.
Like the exact same.
Yeah, they had the same personality pretty much and stuff. Even drove kind of almost the same vehicles and everything.
And what's his face? The main guy. Was it Glenn Powell?
Mm-hmm.
Love him. Love him.
You women in that scene of him walking out the door in the rain and the shirt.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that. I was just saying in general.
Thank you, honey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Glenn Powell did a great job. I thought the chemistry was great with everybody.
But no one will beat Bill Paxton.
Yeah, nobody will beat Bill Paxton. Unless you're just talking about looks, because then he'd probably beat Bill Paxton. But, I thought it was funny. It had funny moments. I still thought the Twister scenes were good, even though I thought they were more intense in the first Twister.
About the Twister scenes, I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting like the CGI portion, like of the actual tornadoes, to look a lot better than they did in the first one because it's been so many years. It actually didn't look that different to me.
No, not really. Granted, now in the first Twister, you don't see a Twister like when they're at the theater scene in the first one. You don't really see the Twister that much. A glimpse when a lightning strikes, but you don't actually see it.
And then you see the two sisters when they're going across that almost like a bridge area.
Then you see the scene where Carrie Elwes dies.
And
you see that Twister.
That scene.
And then the ending when they're driving. That might be the same Twister.
That might be the same one.
But you don't see it. I don't think you see the Twister near as much in the first one.
I don't think so. They show it a lot more in this one, like a lot more quick glances of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think the best scene in the Twisters was probably for me. It had to be the theater. I think that's what they ran into was a theater.
Really, and that's my least favorite
holding
one.
on.
I like the Derby one.
Ain't that the same thing?
No.
Oh no, that's when they go under that thing and hold on in the pool area.
Pool, yeah.
That's a good scene too.
I like that one, but
that's
the one at the end was actually my least favorite, and I don't know why. I think because of the way they had the town set up, it made it seem like it was more of a set rather than real life, and so it made it seem too fake. In my opinion.
Well, because that area was so small.
Yeah, it was really small.
Because they ran into a theater, so it's not like a huge, not like your horse race or horse derby scene, whatever the heck that was, barrel racing scene, whatever. You know, that scene's more open. You get everybody running in terror and them having to duck into the pool and hang on tight. But so that was a really good scene too.
I also like how Glenn's character when he first meets the main girl, they're technically competitors at the beginning, but even when his assistant or whatever is asking if he wants to do something or ask if she's saying she's wrong or whatever, she's like, no, she's right. Like, he admits it.
Yeah, I did like, I think they had good chemistry. I think they worked well together. You know, the movie's fun. I do like the first one still better.
I will say that her and Glenn had really good chemistry together, and you definitely feel it. But the other guy, her friend, it seemed a little like awkward, and they never really went anywhere with it. Like almost like a love triangle, and then it was just like them two at first, and then it turned into like maybe it was like a love triangle situation, but then that never happened. So that part was confusing. It was like they didn't know whether or not to throw that in there.
They probably didn't know if they'd have enough. If that'd be too much. Make the movie too long if you threw a love triangle in there. The opening scene I really enjoyed. I really liked too, where they're chasing the tornado and they have to run under the bridge. That was a really good opening scene. I probably like that. See, it's tough. I would say I probably like that opening scene better than the original Twisters opening scene, only because, and I've seen somebody bring this up before, in the original Twister, what's the point of the dad holding the door closed?
He probably thought he could try to keep it shut.
But when it gets ripped off, if you notice, it doesn't affect the wife and kid and dog.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
saying, he
you gotta
probably-
wonder, and like I said, I've seen people bring it up. What was the whole point of that, other than just to try to have an
death.
emotional moment at the beginning of the movie?
There was no other reason. Why do a lot of people do a lot of things in these movies? I don't know.
So, but at least in this one, at least in Twisters, you had a scene that made sense. They were chasing tornadoes for a school or for a grant, and they screw up, and they get themselves caught in a situation where they couldn't get out of. So, to me, I think that's the beginning of this film is better than the Twister one. But overall, I gave this one a 3 out of 5, where I give the original usually like a 4 out of 5. So I do think this one's a step down, but not by a lot. I
rate the first
still like
one
it.
this one I rated a 4.5 out of 5, I believe, and I rate the first one a 5.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for tornado movies.
Yeah, I think if in this one with Twisters, had you've, I don't know, there was something that wasn't clicking with me on it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because it felt that it had so much similarities to the first one.
There just wasn't much new thing.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough new for me. I think if they had gave us kind of a different feel to the characters and stuff, I think I might could have liked it more.
I think if they would have changed the personalities up and made it more of its own thing, since it did tie on the first one, it would have been better.
Yeah. I probably could have gave it more of the 4, at least the 4 range. But, it was, like we've said, it's still good. The action, more good chemistry, good acting. Tornadoes look fine. If you're fine with what you saw in the original Twister, you're gonna be fine with what you see in this one.
Yeah, definitely didn't suck any. It wasn't worse.
No. So it's definitely a solid sequel. That we would definitely recommend if you enjoy Twister movies. So, is there anything else you want to say?
We bought it.
We bought it. Alright, well, that's, I guess, everything. So, please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified for all my videos, and we'll see you on the next one.